Serenity now! Serenity now! What is that? Doctor gave me a relaxation cassette. When my blood pressure gets too high, the man on the tape tells me to say, Serenity now!
Hey everybody, my name is Lisa, the Director of Counseling Services.
And I am Sue Turner, the other counselor.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Serenity Prayer. And you're like, gosh, I've heard this so much, but have you ever actually broken it down or found out where it came from? Sue's here to help me and get me through this, and we're going to work on it together. So Sue, can you recite for them the Serenity Prayer?
Absolutely. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
So how many people have said this over and over again, either to yourself or in a meeting? It's used a lot, right? Sometimes they even make pictures to put on your wall. But do we know what it all really means? I think a lot of times we can like parrot things without actually thinking of the meaning that's behind the words. So I asked Sue to help me out with interpreting the different parts of the Serenity Prayer. So Sue, let's start with where did it come from?
So the prayer was originally written by Reinhold Niebuhr, I believe is how you pronounce his name, in the early 30s, 40s, as part of a sermon that he was given, and it was later adopted by AA. It was changed a little bit, but not too much.
Okay, so let's start with, can we break it down line by line?
Absolutely.
Will that work? So the first line, God, please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. What do we think that means?
So, accept the things I cannot change. So that means a situation or an emotion or a feeling or somebody else's behavior that is unacceptable to you, that is making you angry, making you upset, and you want to react and jump out at them. Learning how to accept that behavior as that is the way that is can give you serenity. It can give you peace. It can help you stop fighting and having that internal conflict all the time.
Very cool. See, she broke it down real easy for us. All right, grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can. What does that mean?
So herein lies the interesting part. Courage to change the things I can. What can you change? Can you change another person?
Absolutely
That's a big
not.
question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you change your race? Can you change the weather? You can't change the weather. Can you change that maybe you're an addict? You can change some aspects of that.
Right.
But we can talk about that another time. So learning how to accept those things and understanding what you can change. Can you change how you respond to somebody's behavior? Absolutely. Giving you all the power in the world.
All right, so that was the courage to change the things that you can. The last line's one of my favorites, and the wisdom to know the difference. What in the world? How do we do that?
Well, that takes time and practice. The wisdom to know the difference is understanding, can I change this thing and accept it? Or do I have the courage to change it? I mean, change is really difficult for human beings. We are programmed to do the same thing again and again, and we like that. We like the regularity of it. Exactly. It's very comforting. That familiarity is comforting. Changing takes courage, and it takes uncertainty, and sometimes you have to be in a lot of pain or fear in order to say, I just can't live in this anymore. I need to change it. That takes courage.
All right, very good. So I hope you guys got a clear understanding of it. The one thing we talked about before we started doing the video that I didn't really come out in this interpretation was the fact that you can use it kind of like a thought-stopping process.
Right.
When you're going through something, just kind of change where you're at and what you're thinking and just say that. And sometimes that'll help refocus you and give you a clearer head to understand the situation, so you can break it down and see if you have the courage to change it, or if you can change it or not. So sometimes just stopping what's going on and putting yourself in a different place mentally, that's a good beginning to try using that. So hope this was a great additional tool that you guys can put in your little toolbox. And if you have any questions or you want to talk about it further, give Sue or I a call. And peace.
Peace.
From StartBupe.